We're live.
Yes, we are.
We are Bring Out Your Geek, and we're talking To Lava Tulantula.
Once. We're going to talk about it once, though. Even though there's lots of twos. You could watch the show twice.
All right.
By the way, so
Yeah.
I went back, and since there's a rich and long-standing tradition of Bring Out Your Geek covering the Lava Tulantula series, since
Right.
there's been two, and we've done a Bring Out Your Geek after each. So that's kind of cool. I rewatched that, and I'm wearing the same hat from the last show, so this is my Lava Tulantula hat. So just so there you go.
I have no sunglasses on my head, so I'm good.
I noticed, yeah.
Yeah.
A little disappointing, but that's okay.
Sorry.
Way not to be a team player. That's okay.
So I want to say, first off, I am super glad this didn't turn into like a Sharknado thing with crazy cameos and like, kind of go down that path. They kind of did their own thing. And I'm super happy with that because I was a little nervous, I have to say.
Yeah, so I would agree overall. However, as with like all bad habits, you have one bad habit, say, oh, I'm going to quit doing this. You start to do something else. So it was movie references and movie quotes and connectivities that were peppered, which were pretty awesome, though. And we talk a little bit about them. But there, instead of cameos, it was callbacks to a huge number of films.
Yes.
Sometimes subtly, sometimes not so subtly.
Yeah, I don't even know if I can get them all because there was Poltergeist, Scarface, Pulp Fiction, 2001: Space Odyssey. There were several Jurassic Park references. There was
Miami Vice.
Miami Vice.
Star Wars.
Yeah. And then there was the Dr. Strangelove.
Dr. Strangelove.
Yeah. When he was riding the rocket in, it just there were a lot.
Did you say Dr. Paw to begin with?
I didn't. Dr. I had to think for a second.
Oh, well, this is being recorded, so we'll be able to go back and Zapruder it and kind of go through. But I think you said Dr. Paw, which would be a pretty good movie.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
So overall,
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, so the first Lavalanche occurred towards the tail end of the first Shark Week, where they were putting together a bunch of movies right before the Sharknado release.
Yes.
And it was a little different than most of the other ones. It was still clearly a B movie and still a lot of silliness and still crazy big monsters. But it was a little different, and I think this one, while not running through the series of Atomic Shark and Damn Sharks and all of that, it also was a little different, and I think in a good way, because it's pretty enjoyable.
Yeah, I like the fact that they didn't try and squeak it into the Shark Week as tightly as they did last year. So it got to be its own thing. Yeah, no, you're pausing there.
No, I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement. Sorry. So interestingly enough, it begins like the last Lavalantula did, that it play within a play. We open up with them filming Clown Cops, which I'm not sure is a movie.
Dramatic scene of Clown Cops, though, not just super dramatic, like Darth Vader. No, Clown Cop scene.
Yeah, it was. So I guess that's probably another Star Wars reference. There was the Vader no.
Yeah.
But, they didn't seem like light comedy fare at that point in time.
No, they made a huge deal over Kale. So I have to say, Kyle, his little gopher, I liked him. He was fun.
I was Strawberry. You liked Strawberry?
I thought he was funny.
There were. I guess I kind of went back and forth, and if you watched on Twitter, folks went back and forth between every once in a while he was a little bit endearing, and then every once in a while people are like, kill him now.
Yeah.
So his popcorn quote, that was a kill him moment for me. Not as excited
You want
about
to eat
his.
popcorn, so you want to kill him? That makes total sense. I get that.
Okay. All right. Hey, so let's move on. Well, let's dwell on Kyle for a moment longer before we move to another character where you talk about completely unfair, biased, and hatred.
Oh, blah blah blah.
So
No, I liked like when they were trying to figure out how to say Gargantulantula or
yeah, pretty
Gargantula.
funny. Pretty funny.
And he was like, "It's very bad. Just enough. All right." Just which is what we all wanted to say. We all just wanted to step in and be like, "All right, enough. Cool it."
Yeah, that was a wonderful scene though.
That was a good
I
scene.
love that, and he did a nice job to cap it off there at the end.
Yes. So, yeah.
But let's talk about Daniela a little bit, shall we? Because somebody early on, so
Yeah.
Lauren York is the actress that plays Daniela, and she was active in Twitter during the time, probably seeing people's mean tweets about her character, feeling bad.
The medical student.
I loved that quote. It was there like so just the whole premise of the guy wanting to know the mascot of the school was like the first quirk. And then for her with great authority to say, I don't know, I'm a medical student, which is like is that information they keep away from medical students? Or you can't know our mascot.
Yeah, that was weird, I thought. But I mean, it was completely unnecessary. I mean, it was kind of funny because, obviously the mascot for the school that she went to ended up being raptors, and they went through a whole Jurassic Park scenario. But really, they didn't need to bring that up that early then. They could have just skipped over.
I don't know, I'm a medical student as the excuse to not know the school mascot. I thought it just one of my favorite lines of the entire movie. But early on, they're hanging out at the beach, and shortly thereafter, she gets a little lava-lantula action on her, and we kind of know how that works out.
We do from the first one.
Yeah,
although this one was so much better with the lantula fires coming out her eyes. It was
out of her eyes is pretty bad.
It's so awesome. Sorry, it was.
And the shoulder did not look good. Look good.
That was nasty. They did I don't know how much money they put forth, or they borrowed a guy from Face Off or something, but that was like her shoulder where she had gotten bit by the lavalantula by, I don't know, an hour in when she died was pussy and
Yeah, there's several photos of that making the rounds on Twitter during the show, and it even captured as a photograph was really nasty.
Yeah.
And somebody tweeted, "Man, I picked the wrong night to reheat lasagna."
I kept thinking of Pizza the Hut, actually.
Yeah, that could be, but yeah. So
Spaceballs.
she passed, even though she was a medical student. She could have helped people. Felt she was a strong moral compass of the show. Some people seem to have had an attitude about her. Me, I didn't. I was Team Danielle from the beginning, but didn't work out.
She was very good at pointing out the temperature of the room.
Yeah. Cold, yes.
Yeah.
So help me there.
Yeah.
Do you really keep when you've got devices that are designed to keep something cold? Do you then keep them is it like the Russian stacking doll of cold that you say, okay, I've got liquid nitrogen and kind of a cryogenic freezing thing, but then I need to put it in a cold room? I'm not familiar.
I really couldn't say. I'm not a medical student, so
no, clearly not a medical student.
Because I would have known that the mascot was raptors. So
yeah, you'd have been all over the snap. Exactly, which would have sussed you out. Clearly, as not being a medical student.
Yeah. Too bad.
So movie call-outs are great. I did kind of feel, and obviously none of them are. I mean, they have to make a little effort to kind of work in the thing anyway. The Scarface one was the one that I loved it. I'm a big Scarface fan, and that particular scene's one of the more memorable scenes in Scarface. But I just didn't entirely connect the dots.
No, I didn't quite get him barging in on the whole guy chained to the shower curtain rod, which, by the way, I think pretty much anybody could break. I mean, it's a shower curtain rod. Those things are not like permanently attached. And yeah, the guy with the chainsaw, it's just It was just to get that quote in there. That was the whole point of that scene. It served no other purpose other than to somebody said, I have to have Scarface in here.
Yeah, they worked back from, well, we got to have a say hello to my little friend. And
yeah.
So what else on this? We've got, what was your favorite movie reference?
My favorite movie reference? I the ladle. I had to go with the ladle. I knew it was coming. I was just staying the ladle on the floor. Yeah. Like in Jurassic Park, and then he drops the ladle. So that kind of covered it, and then he's like hitting something with it. It just sort of, it was, because I'm a huge Jurassic Park fan. So
that was good.
I have to go with that one.
Yeah, I think that was pretty good. I could probably, I mean, they just almost, it was almost shot for shot, that kitchen scene, the layout of the room, the general motion of where the Lavalanchulos were versus where the Raptors were.
Right.
They really lined it up.
Yeah.
Well.
Somebody loved that movie hard.
Yeah. For good reason. It's a great movie.
No, that was good. Can I just say the idea of Gutenberg flying a helicopter is terrifying.
I would agree. Yeah, he seemed perfectly fine with the trial and error method of flight. Just keep flipping switches. And it doesn't seem like a vehicle you want to kind of learn as you go.
Hey, do you remember last time? Was he so animated last time? I don't remember his voice being like so well projected all the time and that gruff sort of thing. I don't remember that from the first one.
So I think the whole Batman voice was a new affectation for this movie, which is, I didn't get exactly why he was doing that.
Okay.
But I'd have to go back and watch the original Lavalanche, but I do not think he was doing a lot with the voice like that in the first one.
He was really like projecting his voice. Oh, very, yeah. I'm Gutenberg.
And then stealing the show was the guy with the stocking cap. Was it AJ? Was that? I think that might have been the character's name.
Yeah.
But his mama stole the show. She clearly took no crap.
I liked her. She was funny.
Oh, make your butt hungry. I'm not hungry. I'll make your butt hungry.
I know. That's one of the weirdest quotes I've ever heard.
It made sense in context. Now, just kind of sitting out there, it's kind of a strange quote.
Yeah.
But she took no crap from anybody. But there seemed to be this whole cottage industry of how to fight Lavalanchulos that sprung out of the first movie, because he built his kind of cryogenic bullet shooting dry ice kind of deal with his buddy. They by the way, those guys were awesome. That was super fun. And then his dad built it was a leaf blower.
Leaf blower with blew out flame retardant.
That also appeared to do a fairly nice job on the avalanche.
People were prepared in a place you wouldn't think they'd be prepared.
Yeah.
Because I don't know a whole lot about Florida, sort of as far as like tectonic plate scenario there, but okay, right? I don't know. You don't hear like there's earthquakes in Florida all the time. I don't know.
No, but you do hear about people taking bath salts and trying to eat somebody and trying to have sex with a crocodile and who knows, which it was like early in the show when the guy was talking about being in Florida and not happy about it. It was like he just Googled Florida and was reading like 6 news stories, so 6 of the least Florida-friendly news stories through there. But those were all basically his little laundry list of weirdness. Those were all real stories, which was
true.
So that was
true. I just thought it was weird that they were prepared in Florida when the Lavalanchulas originally came through a fault. Just seemed sort of, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's that whole suspension of disbelief garbage,
And lacking medical student training, as we've established.
Repeatedly.
Your ability. So you do need to kind of deal with that.
Yeah. But somebody had to die. I mean, you can't You can't have a species that lays eggs in a human being and not have someone die that way in the movie. So someone had to go. So she was sort of the sacrificial lamb. So I will appreciate her from that standpoint.
Okay. Fair enough. So another awesome character. So the mom was awesome. Another fairly inexplicable character, but just pretty much enjoyable every second he was on camera, was Alligator Dundee. Which,
what was that about? I didn't get that at all.
so, and I saw someone tweet it, and it made perfect sense to me. It was Crocodile Dundee meets Deliverance, is what this character was. Like, you smell pretty, and hey, strawberry, and all those types of things.
Yeah.
But that guy was hilarious. He was great.
Yeah, he was good. I had tweeted something about the fact that he needed, if you're going to do a Crocodile Dundee sort of ripoff, you needed to have the Australian accent. And somebody was like, "Hey, we tried. We thought about it." I was like, "Oh, okay, sorry." Somebody from the movie.
Yeah. No, but it was all these nice little moments of some fun characters. Pretty quick. They came in and they were just bigger than life and strange and those types of things. So, and
somebody had a penchant for like 80s, 90s movies. So yeah, it was
you don't fun. Miami Vice doesn't make too many appearances in anything anymore. So that was.
I know, Tubbs and Crockett, and then Kyle. That was awesome.
Also noted on Twitter during that time frame, from them being Tubbs and Crockett to then shortly thereafter being in a vehicle, not a lot of really clear indication on how their outfits changed.
Yeah.
Maybe a continuity thing, but
I mentioned because that came up a couple times, and finally I was just like, yeah, apparently that was done while the continuity guy was looking the other way. Just while they're driving, just changed outfits. Bam.
Sure.
It was worth it though. The Crockett and Tubbs thing was awesome. I have to say that was good.
It was fun. A lot of fun in this movie. So it was well worth the wait, and they did a great job. They were very active. They had a lot of the cast active on Twitter throughout the show. Prior to it, they were tweeting. They ran a contest to the scene where the spiders are in the lab.
Okay.
And one's kind of coming down off of a lava web string, and she's at the door, and then she kind of backs out. They took that profile picture and they put it out and said, "Drop yourself in there, and whoever wins is going to get, I think, a movie poster." So they had some of that stuff out earlier. And if you go to the Two Lava Sci-Fi Twitter account, you can find a link to where they've got all of those. I believe they've also got a Facebook presence where those would be in there, and there's some pretty clever ones. So.
Okay. Cool. I thought they had an Instagram account too, didn't they?
Pardon?
I thought they had an Instagram account too, didn't they?
I'm sure they did.
Okay. Because that would be a good place to put all the pictures.
That's kind of what it's made for, yeah. It'll work well.
So that works. Yeah.
Better than Snapchat, because I hate Snapchat.
It's okay.
No, it's not.
Meh.
It's a horrible thing.
Meh.
Stupid software. So
your girlfriend was missing from this one, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the original Nia Peoples retweeted me, which was great.
Yeah.
I did get a retweet from Laura New York, which was very nice too.
Good.
But I'm not. But yeah, I'm glad we brought that up because I meant to tweet. I was actually going to tweet her out during the show and say, "Hey, you know what would be awesome? It's if you retweeted me right now." But I felt a little restraining order like, so I didn't.
Maybe a wee bit, yeah.
Yeah, so I try and exercise judgment on occasion, but yeah, we heard of her much, and she apparently had a rough year. I don't know what happened. I'd like to be there to support her. I don't know what went on, but
couldn't say. She was at a yoga retreat.
A yoga retreat.
That's what they said. She said a yoga retreat. So I don't know.
Like you do.
Yeah. I don't know. So I liked it. I can't. I would like to see another one. I think that would be good.
So where would you go with the third one?
I don't know. I did the. I actually tweeted the Gargantulantula Lavalantula 3.
Yep. I favorited that and retweeted. That's good.
Bigger and better.
I think thrice tarantula. It could be kind of something like that. A little hard.
Say that 6 times fast. Yeah.
Trioantula. Maybe that's a better way to go. But yeah, I think I absolutely hope there's a third one. I'm trying to figure out. Well, if we have a Trump presidency to deal with, then they'll probably have a good framework to kind of do the third one. I think that could be good. They'll be trying to go over the wall or something like they'll be on one side of the wall, and that'll be a problem. So we get that.
Got that to look forward to. Oh, good.
Hmm?
I said, so we got that to look forward to. Oh,
yeah,
good.
So there's that. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know where. I absolutely hope there's a third one. This one was super fun, as was the first one. I mean, I do hope in the third one Gutenberg raises his voice back up to normal speaking, because I don't think he needs to be doing the "I'm Batman" anymore. But
the whole movie too, just the whole movie. I don't know.
And we didn't get any context as to why.
I know.
At least that I missed on that, but it was it was fun.
It was good.
And it's always good to see the Police Academy gang, or parts of the Police Academy gang, back together again. Because America's favorite acting troupe. It's always good to see them putting out new material.
Yeah. So onward to the third, I think.
Thumbs up for the third. Thanks to some super cool people, the Langs, Dylan and Dawn, for retweeting our show links like crazy as we were going out.
Yep.
Really appreciate that. And hope folks have either checked us out here live or head on over to Jean's YouTube channel at some point in time and catch the recap. Feel free to tweet Jean that she needs to lighten up on the medical student. She's a fine young lady. Needs to be a little more supportive. Poor girl passed away in this movie. A little bit of respect could be reasonable. So
blah 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 blah.
As you can tell, she'll be highly open to that feedback. So that'd be great.
Yep, and we have something else that's coming up too. We are going to be doing Wizard World Chicago. We're going to be there and tweeting from there and Instagramming from there.
With pictures on Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Pictures on Instagram.
Because that's what
pictures belong. That's right. Mm-hmm.
We might even Periscope something. Wouldn't that be kind of fun?
That would be kind of fun. So, is that the one that you use to do your ingots or whatever?
No, that was a GoPro and with a bad angle and all that kind of thing. But yeah, I should really try Periscope the next time, because that could be real time as you watch me burn away. You could get it real time, so that would be good. Yeah, we'll try a couple. Yeah, we got Wizard World coming up, so we will try multiple mediums to give you updates from the fine Comic-Con activity up in Chicago here. Yep, coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, and so it's. I want to say
about 2 weeks.
Yeah. This is like the 18th, 19th, and 20th, I think. Yeah.
I believe so.
I think there's something on that Thursday night too, but we're not going to be there for that. So we will be cosplaying and having fun. So
there's
catch us if you can. Yep.
Jean's is going as a medical student. I'm looking forward to it. With spiders coming out of her eyes. You get like spider sunglasses or something. I don't know.
I'm good.
Work on it. You're good?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll work on that. Right.
Got it covered. All right. Fine.
All right.
Great. Well, hey, thanks for everybody for listening. We got. We'll also be getting back to the Walking Dead comics here at some point in time. But I would have to imagine Wizard World will be our next content, and that'll be fun.
Yep.
Excellent.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.